Okay, so this is the second movie in the unofficial Gates to Hell trilogy, and this is also the most famous one out of them, and it's called The Beyond. And this one's pretty cool because it comes with a poster. And I know this one's the most popular This is the most popular Fulci movies, but out of all the releases I have, like the Zombie and House by the Cemetery, City of the Living Dead, they're all by Blue Underground. This is the only one. No, this one's by Grindhouse Release, and that's why. This is the only one that comes with a cool like little thing in it, like a little like linear notes. They got an alternate poster. Which one is that? And then they got the French one, like this, the full one. But I mean, I don't understand why none of the other releases are like that. But anyways, um, this one, like I said, is the most famous one out of the trilogy because it has a lot of It has a lot of more dream-like surreal sequences. Like, to be honest, I didn't understand this movie, but yeah. Okay, the plot is this. It's back in. It starts off. It's not black and white, but like monochromatic colors, I guess you call it. And it's back in the turn of the century in New Orleans. And this painter, he's captured by this lynch mob, and they take him down into the basement of his house, and they crucify him and throw acid on him, and which kind of like buries him into the wall. And so after this happens, which hold on, there's a scene from it, and I'll tell you, this scene was pretty gruesome. And I was eating something, and I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna be eating anything else while watching a Lucio Fulci movie. But anyways, so after this happens, well, when that happens, it opens one of the portals to hell, and it turns to present day, which would be 1981. This movie came out in 81. Uh, this young woman, she inherits the house, and right from the bat when she gets there, like most horror movies will let things build up before they reveal something's wrong. No, right when she gets there, all hell breaks loose. There's a painter, or I don't know if it was a painter, but he was doing something on the roof of the house, and he falls off the scaffolding and breaks his leg. I think one of them dies, and just like a lot of weird stuff starts happening, and they're like, okay, that's kind of weird. And then there's like this weird guy that keeps walking around in her house. It's really creepy. Like, he all does is stares at her. Then there's this blind woman who's on the cover, who owns it. She has a German Shepherd, and she walks around, and she's like kind of like the harbinger. Like, she just tells you, or the red hair, like she just tells you, she's like kind of like Crazy Ralph from like Friday the 13th, where she just tells you, oh, she just says, oh, this house is cursed, and you shouldn't be here, and there's demons, and all this and that, and she's trying to look for this book that's, will put the dead back where they came from, and basically, yeah, it's like kind of like the plot of City of the Living Dead. The woman meets up with a reporter, and they're trying to, close the gates of hell. Um, there's just some weird scenes in this one. There's like a lot of weird scenes in it, and this is one of the most popular, like I said, popular ones. There's the opening scene, the crucifixion scene, which is very, very gory and nasty. I don't know, stuff about crucifixion justice, like, kind of like creep me out now, ever since I watched Passion of the Christ. But, there's, there's a scene where a young girl, they're like at this hospital, I think it's a hospital morgue, and there's like they go into, I guess it's a morgue. They go into a room and there's like dead bodies in there, and like it's like all white and really creepy looking. You know, like most people like, oh, dark things taking place in the dark room, because I don't know, stuff taking place in really light rooms just freak me out for some reason, especially if there's dead bodies involved. But a bunch of acid spills over because these dead things are coming, you know, the corpses are coming back to life. And there's a little girl in the room, and she's just like being stupid, won't leave. I understand. And she gets attacked by the zombies, but later on they come back in and they take a shotgun. Not a shotgun. The guy takes a gun. I think it was a pistol, and I guess he shot her close range and blows her face off. And I'm like, oh my god. Because I kept seeing that gif in the picture on Facebook, and I didn't know what it was from until I saw this movie. I was like, oh damn, that was pretty effective. Like, you don't really see children being killed in movies that much. No, I remember I watched Assault on Precinct 13, the original movie, and there's a scene where the little girl gets shot. I was like, oh my god, this is like on the next level too. But there's like a little picture right there. I know you can't really see it that well. The blind woman later on, she, like I said, she has a German Shepherd, and I forgot what happened, but it somehow got possessed, and it attacked her, and like freaking ripped her throat out. It's a horrific dog attack scene. Like, I recognize like Argento. Argento likes using dog attack scenes in his movies, like with Suspiria and was the other one, Tenebrae, because I just recently watched those. I watched these movies last year, but I'm sorry going on a tangent. But I watched them like all together, and then I saw this, and I was like, damn, they love using dog attacks in their movies. And that was pretty brutal. And the dog's name is Dickie, and I was just like, what? That's like a weird dog name. I guess it sounds weird as the dog named Grandpa and freaking the Evil Dead remake, but anyways. Yeah, she gets her throat ripped out. There's another scene that's very famous. That's you'll see it most time for promotional shots with Fulci on a chair, in a chair sitting on a bridge, like a long ass bridge over some water. Well, there's a scene where the blind woman and her dog are standing on the bridge and the car's pulling up to them. I don't think it's on here. Uh, there's And then there's there's a lot of the zombies too in the movie. I don't know if they're zombies, they're like the undead. They look pretty cool in it. They look pretty cool, like they're decayed looking and all that. There's another scene I've just remembered where one of the guys goes to a library to like study what's going on, and he's up on a ladder. Which I gotta say something, because these movies are dubbed, so you know the dubbing's really bad. But they dubbed Lucio Fulci with a southern accent, and I could not stop laughing because I cannot imagine him sounding like that. I don't know if you watch it, it's freaking hilarious. But anyways, the guy's up on a ladder, and then there's like a tarantula. He falls down, and he gets tapped by these freaking tarantulas, and they tear him, like go in his mouth and like tear him apart. It was like really graphic. It was cool looking, but it was really creepy. And then, I'm trying to wrap this up real quick. And then at the end, there's this infamous scene where they finally go to the beyond, and it's just like this deserted wasteland, like something out of a nightmare. And I was like, I mean, it's kind of confusing because the movie don't really make sense, but I'm like, damn, that's very bleak ending. But anyways, that's my review.